everyone, and welcome back to my channel. This is Anuta, the Crochet World, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please subscribe to my channel, like, share, and comment on my videos. And today we're going to do this beautiful pattern for a pouch or a small bag. You can call it anything. Now, this is a perfect gift wrapping thing as well. So if you want to gift someone some small item, you can put that in, and it's a really nice cover for them. Simply just open up your cover or your pouch or your bag like this, and you can open it up like this, and it's all done. Here I've put my this AirPods inside, but you can use a small case for your small jewelry or something. You can just put it in and just simply close this one like this, and put your this 2 strands of yarn together, bind them together, and that's it. It's all done, and it looks like this. And for this one here, I've used my 100% cotton yarn, and for this particular project I have used my 3.5 mm of the hook. So let's begin. Okay, so for this particular bag or a pouch, have your yarn, and we're going to make a slip knot here. And now we're going to chain up 15, 1, 5. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 14, and 15. So here it is. I've got my 15 chains, and now I'm going to turn my work, and I will go to this second chain. So the back part of my second chain. This is the back part of my first chain, and this is the back part of my second chain. And I will insert my hook into my this second chain like this, and we'll grab the yarn and we'll make a single crochet. Now here I'm gonna put a stitch marker so that I will remember that this is my first stitch. Now here again I will insert my hook into my that same space, same chain, and grab the yarn and we'll make my another single crochet. So into your second chain, make 2 single crochets. Now here onwards, you're gonna have 1 single crochet on each stitch. So into your next stitch, have 1 single crochet, and into your next stitch, have 1 single crochet. Now keep on doing 1 single crochet on each chain until the end of this chain, and by the end you're gonna have your 15 single crochets, and I'm gonna meet you after that. Here it is. I have my 15 single crochets, and now into my this last chain I'm going to add up another 2 single crochets. Insert your hook into that same space, same last chain, and grab your yarn and make 1 single crochet and 2 single crochet. So in total, into our last chain we have made our 3 single crochets, and now we will turn our work to the other side of our chains. Now here we will go to this first chain and insert your hook and grab your yarn and make a 1 single crochet. And now we're going to have 1 single crochet on each chain on this side as well. So that's the first single crochet. Insert your hook into this next chain and grab your yarn and make a 1 single crochet. Keep on having 1 single crochet on each chain, and by the end here you're going to have your 29 single crochets, and I'm going to meet you here. So keep on having 1 single crochet on each chain on this other side as well, and I'm gonna meet you here with my 29 single crochets. And here it is. I've got my 29 single crochets here, and now we are here. And here I'm gonna insert my hook into my this space, because this is my first stitch. So this is my chain, this is my last chain. So I'm gonna insert my hook into my this last chain, and here I'm gonna make another 2 single crochets. So it's 1 and 2. So in total we have 29 single crochets until here, and then we add up another 2. So it's in total 31 single crochets we have for this round number 1. Now here we're going to take out the stitch marker, and we will not finish up our round. We will rather work in a spiral way. So we will have our first stitch of our round number 2 on top of this first stitch of our round number 1. So here it is. I'm going to insert my hook into my this back loop. So here this is the first stitch. So I will not insert my hook like this, rather I will take the back loop only. So take the back loop only, grab your yarn and make a single crochet here. So for 1 single crochet of your first stitch, round number 2, This is the first stitch of your round number 2, and now chain 1, and we're going to skip our next stitch. So here it is, we have already worked on this stitch. This is our first stitch, and we are going to skip our next stitch, chain 1 here and skip the next stitch, and into a third stitch take the back loop, insert your hook and make a single crochet here. Again chain 1, and we're going to skip our next stitch, and into the stitch after that take the back loop and make a single crochet. Again chain 1, skip your next stitch, and into the stitch after that take the back loop and make a single crochet. Now keep on doing this pattern. Again we're going to skip the next stitch, and into the stitch after that insert your hook and take the back loop only and make a single crochet. Now keep on doing this stitches, and I'm going to meet you here on my 30th stitch. So here, as we have in total 31 stitches, I'm going to meet you at my 30th stitch, and I will tell you what to do on the 31st, my last stitch. So keep on doing this pattern, and I'm going to meet you here. And here it is, I've got my 30 stitches including chain 1. So here, whenever you're counting your stitches, count your chain 1 as well. Sorry, I forgot to tell you this before, but whenever you're counting your stitches, single crochets is your 1 stitch and chain 1 is your 1 stitch. So count all the stitches including single crochets and chain 1. And here it is, I have got my 30 stitches, and I'm here on my this 30th stitch, which is my chain 1, and my last stitch will be single crochet, and that's going to be my 31st stitch. And I will skip the next stitch, and into this stitch after that I will insert my hook, back loop only, and we'll grab the yarn and we'll make a single crochet here. And this is how I'm going to finish my this round number 2, and my work looks like this. I've turned my work this way, so if you're working and your work has turned up like this, just remember to turn your work in this way, because that's going to be the inside part and this is your front part. Now for your round number 3, chain 1. Now this chain 1 is your first stitch of your round number 3. Now take out this stitch marker, put your stitch marker on this chain 1. Now always remember, this chain 1 is your first stitch of your round number 3. Now here, as we have made our single crochet here, be careful, it might be difficult for you to find out which is your chain 1 and which is your single crochet. But as you remember, for this round number 2, first stitch is our single crochet. So this is your first stitch and this is your single crochet, and we're going to skip over this single crochet and we will go to this chain 1 space. So if you can see, there is a gap here. So whenever you are working, just keep in mind that there is a gap here, and this is your second stitch. This is your chain 1. So here I have made my this chain 1 as my first stitch of my round number 3. I'm going to skip my this next stitch, which is my single crochet, and I will go to this stitch after that, which is my chain 1 space. Now take both the loops. Remember, here we are not taking back loop only, we are taking both the loops and we are working on it. So only for round number 2 take the back loop. Just because we are going to build our pattern like this, we are going to take the back loop only and we will work on the back loops. After that, we will not work on the back loops, we will take both the loops. So it's going to be like this. Few rounds here might be difficult for you to find out which is your single crochet, which is your chain 1, but later on when you will build your pattern, it will be all right, and you will understand that which stitch you have been working on. Now here, this is our second stitch and that is our single crochet. Now chain 1, this is our third stitch, and we're going to skip our next stitch, next single crochet. So our next stitch is our single crochet, and we're going to skip over this next stitch and we will insert our hook into our this stitch after that, which is our chain 1. Insert your hook and make a single crochet, and that's your stitch number 4. Again chain 1, skip your next stitch and into a chain 1 space, make 1 single crochet, chain 1, skip your next stitch, which is your single crochet from the previous round, insert your hook into this chain 1 space and make a single crochet, chain 1. Again skip your next single crochet, next stitch, and insert your hook into this chain 1 space and make a single crochet. Now keep on doing this stitches. Always be careful when you are doing this rounds here. This might be tricky one, so just keep an eye on this space. So here it is, I'm right here and this is my chain 1 and I will skip my, I'm working on this stitch. I've already worked on this stitch, so I will skip this next stitch and I will go to this stitch. And simply I will follow the stitches so that I will reach out this chain 1 space here. If you can't find this space, just work on your stitches and you will find out that which is your stitch. Again, this is my single crochet. I will chain 1 and I'm going to skip this next stitch, and this is going to be my chain 1 space here. Chain 1, again skip the next stitch, and here you can find out your space. And here it is. I'm on my 30th stitch of my round number 3. My work looks like this. And now remember, as we are working on uneven numbers of our stitches of every round, we got 31 stitches. So whichever stitch you will start, that will be your last stitch. So if you will start with your single crochet, your work will end on single crochet, and if you will start on chain 1, your work will end on chain 1. So here it is. This is my 30th stitch, and my last stitch is my chain 1. 31st stitch is my chain 1 for my round number 3. And I will take out this stitch marker, and this is my chain 1. As I have put my stitch marker here, this is my chain 1. I will insert my hook into this chain 1 space and will grab the yarn and will make a single crochet, and this is my first stitch of my round number 4. Now here, for the round number 4, I'm going to repeat my round number 2. So as for the round number 2, our first stitch is single crochet. Our round number 4 will have first stitch of single crochet and then chain 1. Now remember, for your round number 2, you have taken all stitches back loop only. But for this round, we will not take the back loops. We will take both the loops. So our stitches will not be back loop only. Our stitches will be the regular stitches. We're going to take both the loops here. So just keep that in mind. You have to repeat your round number 2, but your stitches will be the normal stitches instead of your back loop only stitches. So here it is. We got our 2 stitches. First is our single crochet and then chain 1. We're going to skip over this next stitch and we will insert our hook into this stitch after that. That is our chain 1. And then we're going to make this single crochet and chain 1. Skip the next stitch and into a chain 1 space, have 1 single crochet, chain 1. Skip the next stitch and into a chain 1 space, have 1 single crochet, chain 1. Skip your next stitch, that is a single crochet, and into a chain 1 space, make a single crochet. Now keep on repeating this pattern and keep on repeating your round number 2 for this round number 4, and I'm going to meet you here. So here it is. After the end of my round number 4, my work looks like this. And now, as I've started up my round with my single crochet, my last stitch is a single crochet. Now I'm going to chain 1, and now this chain 1 gonna be my first stitch of my round number 5. Now for the round number 5, I'm going to repeat my round number 3. So just put your stitch marker here so that you will remember that this is your first stitch and this is chain 1. Now here I'm going to skip this next stitch and will insert my hook into this chain 1 space and will make a single crochet here. So keep on repeating your round number 3 for your round number 5. And here you're going to have your first stitch as your chain 1. So your last stitch will be chain 1. So it's 1, 2. Now third stitch will be chain 1. We're going to skip our next stitch and do this chain 1 space, have 1 single crochet, chain 1. Skip the next stitch and into this chain 1 space, have 1 single crochet and chain 1. And keep on doing this and keep on repeating your round number 3 for your round number 5, and I'm going to meet you here. And here it is. I have my 30 stitches here for my round number 5, and my last stitch, my 31st stitch, would be my chain 1. As I've started up here with my chain 1, my last stitch will be chain 1 for my round number 5. Again, I'm going to take out this stitch marker and will insert my hook into this chain 1 space and will grab the yarn and will make a 1 single crochet here. That's going to be the first stitch of my round number 6. Now for the round number 6, I'm going to repeat round number 2 here. Now here, keep on repeating your round number 2 and round number 3 until your round number 26. So keep on repeating this round number 2 and 3 until your round number 26, and I'm going to meet you after my round number 26. Now while doing this pattern, just keep in mind that every round will have 31 stitches. Whichever stitch you have been starting up with, that will be the last stitch of your that round again. So whenever you're starting with your single crochet, your last stitch will be your single crochet. Whenever you're starting with your chain one, your last stitch will be chain one. Each round will have 31 stitches. And keep in mind that keep your hand loose. Do not have your stitches very tight in here, because when you're doing your chain one, it might be possible that your chain ones would be little tight and you might will miss out your stitches here, or your work will shrink because after each stitch you're having chain one. So I don't want your work to be shrink like this. Your work should be straight like this. So just keep in mind that loosen up your hands, loosen up your this hook, and just make a chain one in a regular simpler way. Do not tighten up your this chain one, or do not make it too loose like this. Just have a normal simple stitch whenever you're doing your chain one. Just keep that in mind and keep on doing your this pattern. And I'm gonna meet you after my round number 26. Repeat your round number 2 and 3 until your round number 26, and I'm gonna meet you after my round number 26. And here it is. After my round number 26, my work looks like this. And now I'm gonna take out my this stitch marker, and I will insert my hook into my this next stitch. This is my single crochet, and I will insert my hook into my this next stitch, and we'll grab the yarn and we'll make a slip stitch here to finish up my this round. And I will cut my yarn, secure your last stitch. Now if you have your loose ends out at the bottom as well, just turn up your work. Here what I've done is, while working on it, I've put my this loose end in. So I've just weaved that one in. So I don't have any loose end here. I'm just having this one. So put that both loose ends in, and I'm gonna meet you after that. Turn your work. And here it is. Now take any other color of yarn. I'm gonna take my this white color of yarn, and I'm gonna make a slip knot here. And now I'm gonna chain up 70. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 67, 68, 69, and 70. So here it is. I have my 70 chains, and I will cut my yarn in here. I will secure my this last stitch, last chain, and that's it. It's like this. Now here you can take your needle, and now I'm gonna count my 10 rows from this top side. So here it is. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So count your 10 rows, and we will go to our this 11th row. So this is our 11th row, and we will go to our 11th row here, and somewhere in the middle, just insert your needle like this. And now I'm gonna skip my this 2 single crochets. It's 1 and 2, and I will go in here, take out my needle like this. Now again, I'm gonna skip this 1 single crochet, and I will insert my needle like this, and will take out from 2 single crochets. Now while doing this, I'm here at the corner. What I will do is, if you can see, these are my 2 single crochets. This is 1 and 2. These are my 2 single crochets. So I will not take out my needle like this. I will go in here like this. I will take the top row. So I'm gonna slightly turn my this needle like this, because I'm working on this row, and I will take this row. Now don't worry, this is not the 10th row. I've been working on 11th row, and I'm not going on a 10th row. I'm just doing this because our work is in a spiral rounds, and that's why your rows are like this. So just do it this way. Here again, insert your needle into this, after this, 1 single crochet, and take 2 single crochets here, 1 and 2, and take out like this. Again, skip this 1 single crochet, so just take this one inside and skip this 2 single crochets again, and take out your needle like this. Again, here, insert your needle like this and take out from this, after this, 2 single crochets. And here again, I'm going to skip this one, and we'll take out like this. Here it is. So here, as we jump to the slightly upper row, just because we want it to come up here in the middle like this. So don't worry about that. And that's it. It's all done. I'm just gonna make this 2 ends equal. So here, take your scissors and even out your ends. Your pouch is ready. All you can do is just simply stretch your rows and put them like this. Here it is. Close your work. And I hope you have liked my today's tutorial. If you have liked, please like, share, and comment on my videos. And please subscribe to my channel. And I will see you into the next video. Till then, bye.